Alright, family. Lace up them boots. Fix that crown. We gon' praise the Most High and step righteous now. Israel, let's move.
Here's a step to the right, boots on the ground. Step to the left, truth going round. Now slide it back, give thanks and bow. Clap 2 times, we holy now. Rock side to side, let that joy abound. The Israelite shuffle, boots on the ground. Psalm 133 say how good it be when brothers and sisters walk in unity. Romans 12:2, renew your mind. Don't copy this world, leave sin behind. Deuteronomy 28, we rise again. Set apart people with truth within. We keep them feast days, yeah, we shine. No pagan days, we draw that line. Step to the right, boots on the ground. Yeah, step to the left, truth going round. Now slide it back, give thanks and bow. Clap 2 times, we holy now. Rock side to side, joy abound. The Israelite shovel, boots on the ground. Rock side to side, joy abound. The Israelite shovel, boots on the ground. Let me see my sister step, my brother step. We in one spirit, ain't no half step. Feast days, here time to celebrate. Thank the Most High, cause he kept us great. We the chosen seed that they try to hide. Now truth walking out with boots and stride. Shofars blow, hands up high. We rejoice cause our Redeemer nigh. Ain't no hate, we move in peace. Let the spirit flow, let the worry cease. From the elders down to the youth now. Everybody step boots on the ground. As I step to the right, boots on the ground. Yeah. Step to the left, truth going round. Now slide it back, give thanks and bow. Clap 2 times, we holy now. Rock side to side, joy abound. The Israelite shuffle, boots on the ground. Rock side to side, joy abound. The Israelite shuffle, boots on the ground. Yeah, yeah, that's how we do it. Feast day, Saturday, family reunion day. Don't matter, don't matter. Line up, lift them up. It is when I shuffle, boots on the ground, baby. Boots on the ground, baby. Hey, step to the right, boots on the ground. Yeah. Let me check my fit real quick. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair red, check. Outfit of the day, modest and clean. Adorned with discipline, you know what I mean. Proper say strength and honor my way. That's my outfit of the day. I don't dress to be seen, I dress with intent. 1 Timothy 2, I know what it meant. Modest apparel, shamefaced discreet. Not out with the body, my walk through the street. 1 Peter 3, say beauty ain't skin. It's the quiet spirit deep within. So I lay in my grace, I cover my frame. Fly with obedience, not chasing a name. Not chasing a name. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair wrap, check. Outfit of the day, modest and clean. Adorned with discipline, you know what I mean. Proper say strength and honor my way. That's my outfit of the day. Oh. Not dressing for the world, I dress for my Lord. I'm clothed in wisdom that's straight from the word. Don't compete, I don't compare. I'm moving order, I'm fully aware. When I walk in, please follow me. Covered but confident, that's how I be. Every step say purpose, every fit say truth. When they ask why I glow, it's the fruit. Modesty glow, check. Fringes on, check. Covered up, check. Hair wrap, check. Outfit of the day, under my check. Don't with discipline, you know what I mean. Proper say strength and honor my way. That's my outfit of the day. That's my outfit of the day. That's my outfit of the day.
Alright, family. Lace up them boots. Fix that crown. Listen close. Every word I spoke was always meant for you. Yeah. Yeah. I stepped down from a throne of light, born of Judah in the dead of night. Perfect walk, yeah, I kept it clean. Every law, every commandment seen. I healed your wounds, I spoke your name. They hated truth, I took the blame. Taught you how to live God's way. Called you back when you strayed. Son of God, still flesh and bone. Crown of thorns, still sat on the throne. I laid my life down willingly, so my people could finally breathe. I saw you scattered, torn apart, still engraved on the Father's heart. Every lash, every sacrifice was me paying Israel's price. I was talking to you when I said God love the world, that truth. I gave my life, yeah, that was proof. Israel, I was talking to you. Israel, I was talking to you. I didn't come for every land. I came to free you from the hands, from your enemies, from oppression to Israel. I was talking in area. They flipped the script, they changed the frame, tried to erase your blood and name. But I know who I was sent to save. Lost sheep, walking foreign ways. 12 tribes scattered worldwide. Still hear my voice when I call you mine. I brought repentance, wipe your sin. Forgave your sins, seal your fate. Some say they Jews, but they ain't true. Time gon' show who I really knew. Every nation will bow and know my truth, that I have only ever loved you. Hold your head, don't lose your faith. I'm right on time, I don't show late. Every promise still intact. Ain't nothing I won't bring back. I was talking to you, John 3:16, yeah, that was you. Every word that I ever knew was spoken straight to Israel. I was sent for you alone, from captivity to the throne. I never loved another same. Israel, remember your name. New Jerusalem coming down, holy city, righteous crown. 12 gates standing side by side, every tribe name carved inside. No more fear, no more tears, no more change from former years. What was stolen, I restore. You won't be low no more. Those who ruled you unjustly before will recognize what I ordained. Yeah, order restored, balance made. My people honor no more shame. I scattered you, but I never let go. I marked your mind before the world said no. I'm coming back to gather you from every nation, every view, bring you home where you belong. Israel, stay strong. Heaven's promise never fail. I know you well. Stand firm, Israel. Your king still walks with you.
Hearts inside, woman, let me ride. Oh, baby, here it goes.
Kosala.
I've been looking for feel good, it's still hood. Fresh, leaving no prints like Uncle Phil would. I feel it under my chest, I'm getting further from death. I see his water protecting me like the shield would. Lot of rain, keep the feel good. We We gotta bang just to feel good. They bang the set, keep a drumstick tucked to the chest, and them cymbals just a symbol for the love for the metal, glitter with bezels, find Nirvana in a speaker, and my love for the ghetto. Builders dilapidated, bass rattle, trunk with the treble. At the corner we would try to be rebels, cussing loud, smoking papers. Who'd have thought of these devils had us under their clutches? Guess the score wasn't settled. We the praise, so we praying in the hood, but we patiently waiting. Say the Shema when I rise, keep me away from the Satan. Put your spirit on my mind, give a song for salvation. Yeah, the sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. Rise and shine, put your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked, cause I saw you when my brain clicked on. Now I sing this song, yep. Rise and shine, get your makeup on. Baby girl, why you take so long? Had a vision of an angel, I forgot how she looked, cause I saw you when my brain clicked on. Now I sing this song, yeah. Like Lottie Dottie, got the spirit riding shoddy with me. She a baddie, take her to parties with me. Help me focus on my studies, and we always see the darkest secrets. We read at night when the Father teaches. We keep it light, trying to brighten the night, even though stress is mounting. Had encounters on the devil's mountain. Felt the trouble when I stepped in the door, and I should have never doubted. He sent an angel, and I felt his power, still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. The sun brighter when I hear your quotes. I feel lighter when I hear your notes. This a melody for everyone with felonies. Know you still got hope. I said you still got hope. On that day, then every nation and kindred would take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what you witnessed before. If you're living, then you still got hope. Yeah. On that day, every nation and kindred will take a bow before the Lamb and come and learn from the Spirit. It don't matter what they witnessed before. If you're living, then you still got hope. Yeah. It's brought around over here on this table. We want to make sure that everybody can line up and just get through smoothly. Put the plates, the forks, all that, line all that up. Hold on real quick. Move the tables over around the side like that. Yeah, because we got to make sure the walkway is clear for people to get through to the front. And then when we line up and do the prayers, we're probably going to have everybody come around this way. And then we'll have Adawan Kanal do the prayers on that side. He'll start from the left and come all the way down. Yeah. Y'all love the feast days.
Hey, shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom, can y'all hear me?
Khan,
all praises. Hey, shalom to everyone. Welcome back to another Sabbath morning brew with Anointed House of Saints. It's another great, well, at least I know it's a beautiful morning here in Michigan. I'm hoping that it's a beautiful day wherever you are today. But we are back with another powerful lesson for Sabbath morning brew. I got my officers and soldiers here, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves before we get started. Go ahead.
Khan, y'all already know what time it is. I'm in the building again. This is Officer Kowal. Shalom, Yasharala, Ashar Shabbat to you. Hope you all are enjoying your Shabbat at this moment. We got another powerful lesson for you. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, Yaniv.
Shalom, beautiful family. How y'all doing? This is Soldier Yaniv coming to read for the Officer Kowal.
Khan, all praise. We got Soldier Yaquab. You in the building, Yaquab? He may not be on right now, but that's okay. So, hey, check it out. I'm glad that everyone is here. Beautiful to see everyone with us this morning. But before we get started, let's first give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, and Mashiach Yahweh Shai. I want to thank everyone for always being diligent and staying with us and coming, and keeping the Sabbath, right? We may not be all in the same place, but that does not mean that we cannot congregate. We cannot gather. The technology we have today allows us to do that now, right? We can come on YouTube, StreamYard, and be able to congregate with one another, share the scriptures with one another,
and keep the Sabbath. All right. So all praises for that. Let me go ahead and get some announcements going real quick. I'll go ahead and pull up the calendar real quick. Our calendar. This is our feast day calendar for 2026. And as you see on the left side, we have our feast days. On the right side, we have our new moons. We have a new moon coming up. New moon class will be coming up. We'll be teaching our new moon class on Monday, this Monday coming up. I think our officer Keziah will be presenting. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be in place. I believe that may be in place of our Milk Monday class. So just be aware of that. Also, our next feast day coming up will be taking place on September 11th with the Feast of Trumpets. We will have a class for that also. So be looking forward to that. All right. Also, any brothers or sisters, let me start with the brothers. Any brothers that are wanting to put their brick in and do the work with Anointed House of Saints, you can do so by sending us your interest through email at anointedhos@gmail.com. That's anointedhos@gmail.com. What we need you to do is we need you to put your name, your number, your city and state where you live. Also in the description line, make sure you let us know that you want to be a part of the next prospect phase. All right. Also, any sisters who want to do the work with the Anointed House of Saints, we have a sisters ministry for you also. All we need you to do is do the same thing. Send us your interest through email, anointedhos@gmail.com. In the description, make sure you put sisters ministry. That way we know what it is you're contacting us for, and we can get that information to you when it's going to be starting. All right. Let me also say this. We also have We also have a congregation, right? AHOS congregation. And we communicate with our congregation through our chat line, through Telegram. Anybody that wants to be a part of our chat congregation for AHOS, please let us know through email, anointedhos@gmail.com. You will be given a questionnaire to answer before you can enter the chat. But once you get through that, we'll allow you and upload you to the chat. That way you can speak with leadership, speak with the congregation, and just be involved in all the community activities that we will be having throughout the year. It's a wonderful time when we chat because we get to help one another, pray for one another, look out for one another, check on one another, things like that. So it's a great avenue for us to come together, even though we're so far apart. All right. So with that, let me, is there anything else? Let me go ahead and let's get these shout outs going. Can I get engineering to pull up the people, please? We're supposed to be having an engineering crew. I don't know if they sleep. Wake up. Where y'all at? Wake up. Well, as we know, as always, we got our mother, Johanna, in the building. Shalom to you, mother. Shalom. Shalom to the lovely sister Rose. That's Midwest Rose. Shalom to the young lioness. I think she's up in Wisconsin, so she's real close to me. Shalom to you, sister. Shalom to the mighty brother Kevin Anderson. Shalom. Shalom to the lovely sister Carla Taylor. Glad to see you here. You and the family. It was really, I always say it's good to see you at the feast days. One second here. I got to fix my glasses here. I got to coordinate with the rest of the brothers. I'm talking about, But shalom to you, sis. Good to see you. Also, shalom to the mighty captain out in the bay, Shaquat. We're praying. You keep your prayers up for brother Shaquat, mighty captain. Always doing the work, always being diligent, always pushing the brothers. Glad to see you, brother. Glad to see you. Shalom to that mighty brother, Azariah, also better known as Tank. Good to see you, brother. Shalom to the mighty soldier, Nadiyab. Shalom to the lovely sister Ramonica Wade. Good to see you, sis. Shalom to the soldier James, soldier Yaquab. Shalom to you, King. Shalom to the mighty soldier, Salaki, the mighty captain, Judah, out in North Kakalaki. Shalom, King. Always good to see you. Shalom to the lovely sister Yahaziel, that's House of Keziah. Shalom to the lovely sister Abaya the Humble. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. Shalom to another, and these are sisters in the congregation also. Shalom to the lovely sister Chosi. Good to see you, sis. Always great to see you here. Let's see who else we got. We got anyone else? Shalom to the mighty brother Corey Robinson. Good to see you, brother. You're always here. Glad to see you. Shalom to you. Let's see who else we got. Shalom to the lovely sister Apariana. Good to see you, sis. Shalom to the lovely sister Asanaya. I think I said it right. That's the house of Yahweh Dawa. Shalom. Shalom to world without end. Shalom, brother. Shalom to the mighty soldier Araya out in Vegas. Shalom to you, King. Shalom to Miguel Ramos. Shalom to you, King. Glad that you're here. All right. I think that's all I see. Anyone else that wants to get a shout out, just go ahead and play something in the chat, and I'll shout you out. Shalom to the mighty officer Boaz. Shabbat Shalom. That's his thing right there. So I'm just trying to he do it. Shalom. But all praises to the Most High. We are here again. The Most High has us here, being able to enjoy another wonderful Sabbath, right? So let me go ahead and pull up today's thumbnail just so we can get into what we're going into today. All right. So Soji Yaniv, can you read that, please? If you can see that, read the
Saturday Morning BREW, standing on business. I can't see the bottom. Brewing truth every Sabbath, rooted in the scripture, powered by purpose, built on truth, standing on business.
Khan, that's right. Brewing truth. I like that. Every Sabbath. That's what we're doing. Brewing truth, rooted in scripture, powered by purpose, built on truth. And as the title of this class is called Standing on Business, this is going to be presented to you by our mighty officer Kawal. So without further ado, I'm going to let him go ahead and get it going on. Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a class where we would love for our congregants to have their notepads, to have your pens, your highlighters, to write down these precepts. Also participate within the actual lesson, drop precepts of your own, drop comments, share and speak with one another. Let's just have a wonderful time sharing and learning as Officer Kawal brings this lesson. All right. So without further ado, Kawal, it's on you, man.
All praises to the Most High. Shema Mashiach, Yahushua, we in the building again. As I always say, every time I come on these classes, man, y'all could have been anywhere else on this Sabbath morning, but you're here with us at AHOS, man, and we definitely appreciate you guys being here, getting this lesson, getting these words of the Most High, building you up in the spirit and everything, man. And right now, it is a very interesting time in Israel. If everybody's been keeping up with the news, what's been going on for the past couple of weeks, just within Israel itself, like, it's a lot of stuff that's been going on. And me personally, how I've seen this thing go down, it would be easy. It would be easy for brothers and sisters to say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. Look at what's happening to our people. Look at what's happening to the people who are of notoriety and in leadership and so on and so forth. Look at what's going on with our young folk. It's a trip right now going on in Israel. And I can understand that it can be quite disturbing. You know what I'm saying? It can definitely be quite disturbing. Let me get the book of John 4 and verse 34. We're gonna start from there. We're talking about standing on business. And what standing on business should actually look like. Now we can all agree Christ is the blueprint for that. Christ is the blueprint for any and everything it is in regards to how we're supposed to live our lives, how we're supposed to admonish our people, what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to speak a word in season, when there's a time to withdraw away, when there's a time to engage. Christ is that blueprint. He sets the standard for how we're supposed to live. Even Christ got discouraged, right? We can all agree to that. We can agree that Christ even got discouraged sometimes. He went through every single human emotion that we feel on a daily basis, yet he did not falter. He did not bend. He did not break. He didn't go to the left. He didn't go to the right. He stayed on his mission. In today's time and everything that we're seeing currently right now with how Israel has been acting up, let's just see here. We had a young brother who basically defended himself.
Right.
And got 35 years just for defending himself. We've had another young brother who allegedly stole bottled waters out of a store. He didn't have the bottled waters on him. He put the bottled waters back, and people chased after him 135 yards away from where he was and gunned him down in the streets. We've got our people out in New York, and I'm gonna be real. Like, I love the city of New York. I really do. I visited a couple of times. I do want to plan on going back. But our people in New York is out there, whether the Knicks win or whether the Knicks lose, they're rioting in the streets.
Yeah, that's wild.
The ignorance of our people, man. Like, what is going on? There's been a few other things that's been happening. Certain prosecutors, the young man who was just convicted for 35 years is now finding himself in a prison with a relative. The warden is a relative of the boy that died from that incident.
Wow.
It's a lot. And it's a lot that we can take in, and it's only but so much that we can go through until we say, man, I just can't. Right? We have our leadership, they're up in the rate. It's a bunch of things that's going on. But honestly, who said that these things were going to happen and that we still had to stand firm? Hey, Yanni, before you get that scripture, get the book of Matthew 24:13.
All right, fine.
I want to get that real quick. Because again, like I said, it's easy. It's real easy for us to get pulled out because of everything that's going on. And everything ain't looking like it's all good. Everything is cool. Like we can get it. No, people are mad. People are upset. Y'all know y'all been up and down on your timelines. I know y'all done seen it. I know y'all done seen the outcry and the backlash of everything that's going on. Right?
Gone.
What did Christ say in that scripture, Yanni? Bring that out.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Hey, Brother Yanni, did it say that he that endureth but for a little while, if you could just endure until tomorrow?
But he that shall endure unto the end.
He that endure unto the end.
Right.
That's perseverance. That's patience. That's relying on the Most High. Like, at this point in time, like, okay, a few years ago, there was some things that were going on. We had the George Floyd thing happen. We had the Sandra Bland thing happen. We had the Mike Brown thing happen. We had the Tamir Rice happen. We had all of these things happen within a short time span. And we had rioting out in the streets and all sorts of stuff.
Right.
The same thing that happened back then is happening now, and we've got people sitting and talking, man, I don't know about this no more. They're ready to check out. But Christ, out of his own mouth, if you believe in what the Bible says in regards to what Christ said out of his own mouth, it said that he that endure unto the end, same shall be saved. But you have to endure unto the end. This is why I constantly say this thing is not a game. Every time that you set your foot out your door sill, your life is in danger.
That's right.
Heck, when you're in your own home, your life is in danger because they can come in and get you without a warrant and claim that the person that they were after lived in the same residence, supposedly.
Right. Even next door had one.
Right.
They got the wrong house, but still nothing is done.
And that's how they do us as a people. And then we sit here and get mad over a sports game, focusing on the wrong thing and riot in the streets.
Right.
Regardless if they win or regardless if they lose. Do you see? Have y'all seen this stuff? Like it's just crazy. It's maddening damn near. Instead of looking at what our people are actually going through. Sports is going to be there because that's a part of their world. That's what they do. But what is the most important thing that we're supposed to be focused on? Look at what our people are going through. Hey, Khan, for real, yeah, hey, that did happen, sis. They even had 2 to 3 witnesses proving the boy's innocence when he was chased.
Right.
And that man got off. No. The system fails us every time. That system wasn't made for us. Y'all know this.
Right.
But Christ said you had to endure unto the end. And we got more trials coming. We got more trials coming. Let's get you know what? I do want to go to that John 4:34, but let's get so many. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. John chapter 4 and verse 34. We're talking about standing on business, man. Even when it seems like the hope of what we're expecting in regards to justice and all of that, it can seem so far-fetched. It can seem so far away from us, right? Christ was tempted and all sorts of things. We're going to get into all of this because I need everyone within the sound of my voice that is here on this YouTube to understand what that endurance and that patience actually looks like in the midst of you going through your tests and trials. Your family might trip on you, right? Husbands, your wives might trip on you. Wives, your husbands might trip on you. Husband and wives, your kids might trip out on you, but you still got to endure, right? Let's go ahead and read that.
The book of John, chapter 4 and verse 34. Jesus said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me.
His meat is to do the will of who?
Of him that sent me.
And
to finish his work.
And to what?
And to finish his work.
And to finish. He that endured unto the end, the same shall be saved. Christ said his meat is to do. Read that one more time.
The book of John, chapter 4, verse 34. Jesus said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work.
And to finish his work. Do the will of what the Most High told. What is his will? We already know what his will is. We refer to it all of the time, the law, statutes, and commandments. We've got Christians out here saying that the law is done away with. So how are you doing the Most High's will?
Right.
How does that work? How can you put anything in comparison to what the Most High's will is? If you're taking that off of the table, the will of the Most High is his laws, statutes, and commandments. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You also have to have faith in what Hamashiach Yahweh was saying throughout his entire ministry when he was here preaching what he came to do. And he said he was here to finish his work.
Right.
Not stop halfway. You want proof of that? Cool. Let's get Luke chapter 22 and verse 42.
Luke chapter 2?
Chapter 22 and verse 42.
Gotcha.
What did Christ say here? Let's set the tone. Christ is in the Garden of Gethsemane, suffering because he knows what he's got to go through. He was on a mission to save his people from their sins.
That's right.
And here he is. Now he's got his back up against the wall. So many things is coming out. I can only imagine what Christ's mind was going through at that time. Remember, he's the blueprint. He's the way that we're supposed to live. He's the way that we're supposed to think. When you become a new creature, you're putting off the old man and you're putting on the mind of Christ. So what was he going through in this moment? Go ahead and read that, brother.
The book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done.
Right.
Did Christ fall off his mission?
Nah.
Did he persevere?
God.
Did he have patience? Was he enduring?
Absolutely.
Keep this. Yo. Christ was on the cross and he was slowly dying. Slowly, which means he was going through pain, anguish. He was probably having a mental breakdown while he was on that cross.
Right.
They were mocking him. They took his belongings and ripped them and was bidding on it like it was and what did Christ say out of his own mouth? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
God.
What kind of spirit do you have to have when your brother or your sister offends you?
Right.
When you sit back and you take the time to look at what Christ went through and what they put him through, they put the crown of thorns on his head. They beat him with the cat o' nine tails. Before that, he was standing before the so-called chief priests and all of them, and they blindfolded him, they smacked him in his head, they spit on him. And you know, if you get spat on, that is like the ultimate form of disrespect.
Right.
Christ went through that. And you mean to tell me that if a brother or sister offends you, and Christ said what he said when he was on the cross, forgive them, for they know not what they do, that you can't sit and exhibit the endurance, the patience, the perseverance to forgive your brother and sister when they offend you?
That's right.
And have that sin not counted towards you at that. Patience, endurance, perseverance, standing on business. I've come not to seek mine own will, but the will of the Father that sent me. Hey, you Trinitarians are dead on this argument, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You Trinitarians are dead on this argument. Christ here is literally in a position where he's going through the anguish and everything before they came to get him. And he went through that emotion of, I'm fearful, this is a dreadful thing, and I don't want to go through this, Lord, but not my will, thine will be done. We literally got to actually take time to think about ourselves. If we were in that position, would we be able to do the same thing? And Christ has always been preaching about mercy, grace, forgiveness, so on and so forth, to get your lives together, to get our lives together. So at any time when it comes to our brothers and sisters doing what they've done, whatever in the world that they've gone through, whatever in the world, whatever crazy decisions it is that they've gone through, do we exhibit the same grace and mercy to them when they fall out? Or do we look at them differently and be like, see, yeah, I knew this, I knew that, I knew the other. See, now I can't even deal with people in the truth no more. You know what? I can't be in the camp no more. Doesn't the Bible say that you need to gather yourselves together? So now you're going to disobey that part of the Bible, become an individualite, and still call yourself being in the truth. That makes no sense in itself, because you still got to gather regardless. And you say you don't deal with camps. Well, if you're an individualite and you happen to get with a couple of people or whatever during a feast day or whatnot, or you get together with a couple of people just to get in your Bible, guess what? You're a camp.
Right.
For all you individualites that are out there, regardless of whatever in the world it is that you see, you're still a camp. And eventually, you're going to have to come together and be the entire camp of Israel.
That's right.
So why are we playing these games, man? Going back to what Christ has gone through, man, we literally have to understand what that endurance looks like and staying in it. The mission is the prime objective. The mission is to bring our people into the truth. No matter what's going on, we still got to give them this knowledge. We cannot do our own thing. Christ is the blueprint for that. All throughout the Gospel of John, that's what Christ was saying. I've come not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me.
Right.
Let's get John chapter 5 and verse 30. Let's see what he says there. Let's see what he says there.
I'm there. Book of John, chapter 5 and verse 30.
Right?
I can of my own self do nothing.
Stop right there. Salakia. Slow this down now.
All right.
Because again, for you Trinitarians that sit here and talk, oh, Christ is God, he literally says right here that I can of mine own self do nothing. Which means that he's not the most high God. Is he a God? Yes. Is he the most high God? No. Because if he was the most high God, would he have said this? I can of my own self do nothing. Read on.
I can of my own self do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just. Because I seek not my own will.
I seek my own will.
I seek not my own will.
I want to do my own thing.
I seek not my own will.
But
the will of the Father which hath sent me.
How can we argue that?
Right. Plain upon tables.
Right. How can we argue that? We can't argue that. He said it out of his own mouth. There's no way to get around it. You can't make another argument around that. He did not come to do his own will. He did not come to make his own judgment, but the judgment was given into his hand by someone who is over him.
Right.
And his judgment would be just, because where is he coming from when he makes the judgment? The law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's why he said this here.
That's right.
Standing on business. Christ subjected himself to the Most High. He obeyed everything that the Most High told him to do. And he says it in this verse.
That's
and
right.
in this particular chapter, he was going through some things. There were people inquiring of him, trying to throw him off of his game, asking him a bunch of questions, trying to make it seem like he wasn't who he said he was, and all sorts of stuff. In the same likeness, we're going through a lot of these things now where we've got our young people going through what they're going through, our leadership going through what they're going through, our people that are in the truth going through what they're going through. And we can honestly sit here and say, well, we just don't want to do anything with this. We just want to walk away from all of this and we just want to do our own thing. Christ is the blueprint. And if he's the blueprint and we believe like we say we believe, because it says he that believes on him as the scriptures have said, how do we believe on him as the scriptures have said? Let's go back into the law, statutes, and commandments, because everything in the law, statutes, and commandments through the prophets and everything else, that talks about Christ. It talks about him leading us up to this point here in John chapter 5 and verse 30. He says it. We can't argue that.
That's right. That's right.
Let's get John chapter 6 and verse 38. The very next chapter. What did he say there?
All right. The book of John chapter 6 and verse 38. For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me.
How many times are we going to hear this?
God.
How many times does Christ have to say this in order for us to get it?
Right.
Salakia.
Go ahead, Adawan.
And I noticed that you're showing, like you just showed in chapter 5 what Christ said, right? You just showed in chapter 6 what Christ said. Even in chapter 4, let's just show how this is a repeated thing that Christ is adamantly letting us know, right? Give me book, give me stay in John, right? But we're gonna go to the 4th chapter, right? Let's give me John chapter 4. And matter of fact, just start at verse 33 and 34.
Book of John, chapter 4, verse 33. Therefore said the disciples one to another, hath any man brought him aught to eat?
Read.
Jesus said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me.
No, the will of Christ.
The will of him that sent me.
Okay, the will of him that sent me, read.
And to finish his work.
Yahushai's work.
To finish his work.
Who is this his?
Most High.
There it is again. Playing up on tables.
Right.
I'm a yield on that.
Another one. Like how? We can't interpret this any other way. We can't exegete, eisegete. Look, man, those terms is getting on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest. Let me have a real moment. They're getting on my nerves with this exegesis and eisegesis stuff. The book says what it says.
Right.
Why are we having debates in regards to what we are trying to make it? No.
Right.
It says this. It says this. He said it out of his own mouth. There's too many examples that are in the Bible where Christ himself shows I'm standing on business. Though I might be going through what I'm going through, yeah, I'm still standing on business.
Salaki, I want to ask the chat, what is that business that Christ is standing on? We just we actually just read it in John chapter 4, verse 34.
Verse 34.
Right. What is that business? Christ is standing on business by doing what? So we get y'all brothers and sisters to participate in the chat.
John.
Don't let me pull up the Jeopardy music now. Y'all don't take all day long. Don't answer too quick. You know what I'm saying? We got Captain Naharan Khan. Says the Father's business, right? What's the Father's business?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would Christ describe that? As what? Read it again, Yaniv. John 4:34.
Bring that out.
The book of John, chapter 4, and verse 34. Jesus said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me.
To do the will. To do the, not Christ's own will.
Right.
To do the will of the Father. That's what standing on business. That's Christ standing on business, not his own. He's doing it for the Father because the Father has given him this to stand on and complete. Matter of fact, finish reading it and it says to do what? To do the will of him that sent me and to what?
And to finish his work.
And to finish the work. Got to finish the work.
Yep.
Right? That's standing on business. You start and you finish. Alpha, Omega. The beginning and the end.
Right.
He started it and he's going to finish it. The Father gave him this. He's doing the will of the Father.
Khan,
that's a good one. Captain Haran just brought up. He told his mama, don't you know I'm about my Father's business? Khan. That's in, what's that in Luke? We should find.
Yeah, Khan, that's in Luke. And that's the spirit out of wine. That's the spirit out of wine, Captain Aharon. That's the spirit right there, because I had that scripture coming up. Yep.
Let's bring that out real quick.
Bring that out.
That's Luke, was it Luke 2 or Luke 4? I know it's one of those.
Luke 2.
Let me look at it real quick. Luke.
It's Luke 2. Yeah, it's Luke 2, chapter 2, verse 49.
There we go. Bring that out real quick. This gonna show too. This matter of fact. We gonna slingshot two birds with one stone. Start at 48.
All right. Book of Luke, chapter 2, and verse 48. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing.
She said, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing, speaking of Joseph, right? Now, what did Christ say? What was his answer?
And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business?
There it is right there. He must be about the will of the Father. Now we notice that Mary also acknowledged that Joseph is the father, biological father of Christ. Right. So, I mean, that's hey, we shot two birds down with a stone, right? And we see that Christ recognized the will that he had to complete. He had to complete the Father's will from start to finish. Right?
Right.
That was a good one, Cap. Thanks for bringing that out.
Khan, the water out of wine, the water. Like, we gotta understand. Look at what Christ is talking about. We're talking about standing on business. Standing on business. What is that business? It's the business of the Father. It's the business of bringing the 12 tribes back because we're scattered everywhere.
Right.
That's the business.
Hey, and that scattering ain't just dealing with the location.
Right.
That's the scattering of the mind, the things that we have been brought into and brainwashed with, right? And took on the customs and traditions of these nations and these locations that we were scattered to.
Right.
Let's understand that. All right.
Here's another good example of Christ standing on business. Let's get Matthew chapter 4. Another great example of standing on business. Matthew chapter 4.
God.
And just for sake of time, y'all know this story. You know what? The heck with it. We got to get the whole account. Let's go ahead, start at verse 1.
All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Jesus led up to the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And we had fasted 40 days and 40 nights. It was afterward and hungered.
Uh-huh.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
So lock you. Let's stop right there. So Christ is hungry. He was away from everybody for 40 days, 40 nights. Now all of a sudden, here comes this tempter. Patience, endurance, perseverance. You're about to see all of this in regards to how Christ did what he did and how he overtook the thought process that was being thrown at him for him to do certain things or whatever that would be contrary to his mission. What did Christ say in the next verse?
Salakia, I'm going to start 3 over. And when the tempter came to him and said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread.
Mm-hmm.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
That's right.
Where did he get that from?
God.
It says, as it is written. Where did he get that from?
Isn't that Deuteronomy?
Let's pull it out, Adawan.
Is that where it is?
8 and 3.
Yeah, 8 and 3. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knowest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Lord doeth man live.
That's right.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. See, Christ was doing his thing right here when it was saying that it is written. No, when he said it is written, it was written here. Where's here? Literally in the laws, statutes, and commandments. How can we argue that?
Right.
So when the tempter came and was doing all of this stuff, as you continue to read through the story, what was Christ doing? What was Christ saying out of his mouth? What was his attitude?
Right.
What was his endurance, his patience, his perseverance looking like at that time? He kept going back to what the scriptures
the law
said.
Right.
It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Go to verse 7.
Verse 7. Jesus said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
Go to verse 10.
Verse 10. Then said Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan.
Get out of my face, Satan.
Right.
Read on.
For it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shall thou serve.
Trinitarians, calling you out again.
Bring that out. I wonder where Christ got that from. Did he make that up?
He couldn't have made that up. Get that in Deuteronomy 6 and 13.
That's right.
He couldn't have made that up. There's no way that he could have made that up. He was coming from the scriptures. You Trinitarians, man, y'all are reading to substantiate your belief by what was told to you instead of reading what the Bible actually says. Let's get that. Deuteronomy 6 and 13.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and serve him, and shall swear by his name.
I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
Did it say anything in regards to you're gonna serve Christ as the Most High God? Hello.
Not at all.
Christ directed you to worship who? The Most High.
That's right.
How do we argue that? We done probably killed like 18 birds with one stone thus far.
Real.
Patience, endurance, perseverance. The tempter came and Christ called him out, called him on his bluff and said, as it is written. That's patience. That's perseverance. That's endurance. Heck, that's faith. Because he's doing what the Most High told him to do.
God, Salakia.
Go ahead, Adawan.
I just wanted to add, I when you think of the Christianity theology, right? Christ was fasting 40 days in the desert, right? Satan comes to tempt him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they believe that Christ just started thinking of making these words up or speaking on his own terms, right? But everything that he said was all, like you said, already written, which means that Moses gave these precepts before Christ brought them out, right? So I don't know if it's because they don't read the Old Testament or they believe the Old Testament is done and done away with because now Christ is here. But I keep seeing Christ repeatedly bring up everything that was already said before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to think about, Christians. We got any Christians in the audience?
Right.
Go ahead. Are you?
Definitely something huge to think about. Like, what are we studying? What are we looking at here? How do we actually interpret the scriptures as it says, not by our own thoughts? You read, it says it one place here, and it says it in another place. Case in point, Christ said, as it is written. You go back to find out where it was written.
Right.
This is just simple stuff. Simple things that we should be incorporating in our lives. Because like I said, this world will do everything and anything in its power to throw you off and to keep you in a mentality of being a slave. Yes, Amas, I understand. I'm not going to defend myself. Yes, Amas, I'm just gonna stand and no, that boy he didn't steal anything out of this store. He didn't steal anything out of this store. And it's a bottle of water. It's about like what, maybe $1 and some change. So you feel as though like losing a bottle of water is more valuable than taking a human life. Like the logic is not there. And our backs are up against the wall, and we've got other people that are falling out of the truth. We got all types of winds of doctrine that are out there. None of it is really sitting on a solid, firm foundation. What do we do? What do we do? We get into this book and we read and we understand. Christ said this, Christ did this. This is how I am supposed to act. He's the blueprint. I need to copy my life after his. Can't be like anything in the world. Get Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24.
book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. The book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and Mammon.
Now, in this example, we're talking about as far as, you know, the scripture where it talks about the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
We get that. But take it from the standpoint of, okay, we say that we love the Most High and everything, but we still hanging on to the things of the world. He plainly sits here and he says that you're either going to love the one and hate the other, you're going to cling to the one and despise the other. You can't serve both. Especially when we go back into the book of Revelations and it says, come out of her, my people,
right,
so that you will not be partakers in their sins. He's calling you to come out of the world. Not because of everything that is going on that you're going to fall out of this thing and walk right back into it. Why would you do that if he's calling you out? Just because we got a lot going on and everything that is happening to us does not mean that you have to fall away. Stay in it. Stand firm. Do not be moved. Just because it looks a certain way, you have to look at the end result. And the end result is the kingdom of God. Stand on business. Let's go back to the book of Joshua. Let's see what Joshua said. Let's get the book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 15.
You was on. I was just about to bring it out, but you already got it. You already got it.
You see how the spirit move out of line. You see it.
Yep, that's exactly where I was going.
All right. Book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the God of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
As for me and my house, listen, I came into the leadership after Moses passed away. I'm doing this. I'm pulling you guys into the land. And here is an example for you to follow. As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord.
Right.
Sure, you can choose whether or not you're going to go here or you're going to go there. Whether you're going to serve the gods of this world, in other words, fall out the truth because of everything that's going on, or you can choose to follow the Most High unto the end, because the end result is the kingdom, and that's where I want to be. That's where I want my family to be. That's where I want our camp to be. That's where I want all of Israel to be. But we have some out here that rather go back into the world.
Like you.
Go ahead, Al.
Why for people to go back into the world at this time when the Most High showing us all these races are against us? Like, you got all these examples of everybody coming against us. And it's wild how you could just forget everything you just learned and to go and be lost again.
Right. Why go back into that world now that your eyes have been opened and enlightened? Exactly. And we wake up into this thing, we finally see and we know, okay, we know that these people don't like us. I definitely know that these people don't like us. I see why when I go into the convenience store, it's always a hurry up and buy spirit.
Right.
Or when I go into one of these top suit stores or whatever, and because of the way that I look, because of the color of my skin, because of the stereotype that's been placed on me, oh, well, you know, that suit right there is $300, $400. We don't have a layaway plan. What?
Right.
These are the things, police brutality, other nations being able to get off for killing us,
Right.
us being thrown into jail because all we did was defend ourselves, and we were in the place minding our own business.
That part.
And you decide to come over there and mess with me. And I gotta turn the other cheek. I do all of that. Okay, cool. But the Most High ain't raising up fools.
Nope.
The Most High didn't say, you know what, just sit there and take it.
Right. Let them beat you to death.
And when we do, this is what we get. The madness of this world will drive you insane if you're not rooted in what the Most High said. That's why Christ is the blueprint. That's why it says Christ, basically, he is the embodiment of what God said. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. Let's get the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7. This story here, in regards to of this woman and her sons, let me tell you, when Christ said, "He that endure unto the end,"
yes, sir.
Even if it means that you're facing death, Christ endured unto the end. He was facing a horrendous death.
Right.
He went through with exactly what the Father told him to do. And now, because of that, he is seated at the right hand of the glory of God. Like, come on, man. There is a great reward when we endure unto the end. Let's go ahead and get this real quick. The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, and I want to start at with one of the sons, because he even stood bold. Start at verse 14.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, "It is good being put to death by men, to look for hope from God, to be raised up again by him. As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life."
What? He said what? Wait, hold on. What? He said what?
As for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life.
He spoke that to his enemy.
Right.
The ones that had killed the 3 other brothers prior to. And he said, I know that I'm placed in this position. I'm placed in this position at this point to where I know I'm dying, but I'm dying for the Most High. And I know that he's going to raise me up. But as for you, ain't no resurrection for y'all. None. And who are these people? Remember, it is a people that he has indignation with forever.
Right.
Hi, Esau. Hi, Esau. I know you're mad.
Of
And
course.
that's one of the reasons why you're getting at us the way that you're getting at us, and you're doing all of these things to us and trying to keep us in check. Because again, you know who we are. You know who
That's
we
right.
are.
That's right.
You know it. But they stood on business. Did they move? No, they didn't. Let's see. And the 6th and the 7th. Let's get to the mother. Let's get to verse 21 in that chapter.
Second Maccabees chapter 7, verse 21.
Salakia, start at verse 20.
Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable mention. Salakia, and worthy of honorable memory.
Mm-hmm.
For when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, she bared with a good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord.
She knew. She knew. She had to sit and watch all 7 of her sons get put to death in some of the most malicious ways that you can think of. I encourage you, go and read that chapter.
Question.
Go ahead, Adama.
How many in the chat would be able to hold on to the faith after watching their sons die?
Esau type deaths too, not just know slaying. Like Esau is wild, bro. He come up with the craziest ways.
Right. It won't no one and dones. It was torture.
That's right.
Until you died.
How many could actually hold on to that? Hold on to staying in the faith of Yahweh Shai, staying and believing in God that he's going to, he's going to rectify, or he's going to get that comeback, that you're going to be able to maintain. I mean, we understand our mothers are precious, right? How many of you mothers would be able to do that today? Right? Because guess what? Because we actually go through it. We go through it more in America than any other demographic of people.
Right.
Unjustly, unrighteous. We just seen the what was the Belton? What was the young brother, 14-year-old brother's name that got chased down?
Cormac Belton. Yeah,
Cormac Belton, running for his life, and a mother having to be told what happened, how it happened. Right? False accusation, falsely accused, and killed, murdered. And then that same person who did it gets off.
Right.
That's hard. We still go through that today. This account in Maccabees is a prime example of what we actually still see. But do our mothers have the strength that this mother had?
Man.
Because that's what we need. I don't mean to go off, but I was watching a video of a situation with Carmelo Anthony, and and it's the same routine over and over. Kowal, you spoke on this earlier. We've seen this happening with the George Floyd and the give me some other names of the other brothers a few years back. Philando Castile.
Philando Castile.
Right. We see the same thing. Now we're starting to see it manifest itself again in a way where it's getting attention, where it's getting our people who are seeing these injustices, but yet what do? They go on the news, they cry out, they protest. But who are they protesting to? I always wonder, like, we've had this happen so many times over and over, and I don't mean to go off on a tangent on this. I'm just going to bring it back home for you, cool.
Bring
But
it out. Bring it out.
we go off on a tangent. I'm sorry. We go off on these things when these situations happen to our children, to our people. We tend to cry out. But what I see us crying out too is we're crying out. Matter of fact, get Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4 verse 17, because we cry out to the same system and people that actually put this situation in place for us to lose our children, for our children and our families to have to go through these type of things. Bring that out real quick when you get there. And we know this is a classic. This is we can understand this clearly, right? Bring that out real quick.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Come on, bring it up.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So when we look on the news and we see brothers and sisters at the mic wanting to protest on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, ABC, CBS, NBC, right? Why are our people crying out to those who don't care nothing about us, that cannot save us, right? I would think that they're saying they're standing on business by coming out and protesting to the people that actually caused this to happen. But Christ is doing something different, right? What should our sisters and our brothers be doing? If they knew, if they picked up the cycle, right? If they picked up how everything just keeps going around in a circle, same thing happening over and over again, right? They should know that the only way to stand on business is what? Instead of crying out to the nation that can't save us, cry out to the Most High God. That's our safety. That's our redemption right there, right? That's what the Most High is waiting on. Con? How you?
For this, I believe that this sister knew what was up. She stood strong. She encouraged her sons. Read that in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 21.
All right. You said, God, kind of. The book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 21. Yea, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them,
read on.
I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you. But doubtless the creator of the world formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. That's heavy.
Selah, pause, just think how strong she actually was. She was in this thing. She was so immersed in the things of the Most High that she knew that these things going on, the Most High is going to give you breath again. He's going to give you that life again.
That's right.
She reared her sons up and kept them courageous all the way through their deaths, while having to sit there and see them go through all of that.
God.
Christ had to endure what he had to endure through the Garden of Gethsemane. He had to endure the temptation of Satan. He had to endure the Sanhedrin and all of the Pharisees and Sadducees that were coming at him all kinds of ways, plus turning around and having to rebuke and correct. Not only that, having mobs of people press upon him so that they can be healed or whatever issues that they might have had, to sit and listen to his knowledge and all of that, and to be freaking hung up on a cross, stabbed in the side, crown of thorns, beaten, whipped, tattered, torn, beaten beyond recognition. Y'all, listen, a crucifixion is so gruesome to the point where you are beaten beyond recognition. They can't even recognize you.
Right.
You are mangled. All that, he went through all of that and dragged that cross on his back. I can only imagine how heavy it was. From the inner city all the way up to the mount. To be stretched. And when I say stretched, bones dislocated. Not broken, dislocated. To be stretched in that term meant that his stuff came out of his socket. Nailed and hung there until he took his last breath. And he said, "It is finished." And you know what? They got to pay for it. Give me the book of, what is it? Give me the book of 2 Thessalonians. Starting at chapter 1, and let's read verse 6.
2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that means that when you're going through what you're going through, when we got the world coming at us the way that they've been coming at us for the past few years now, do we hold on to this and understanding that God is a God of recompense? He's a God of recompense, which means everything it is that they've done to us is going to come back on them. We read in the book of Revelations that everything it is that they've done to us, they're going to have to receive double what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
They got to take that entire thing and drink all of that, even to the dregs. They got to take all of that, every last drop. Not missing not one single drop. They got to take all of it. God is a God of recompense. Can we endure, people, while we're walking through what we're walking through and not fall out of this thing and understanding that God is here to fight our battles for us?
Right.
We just got to turn back to him. Right now is not a time for us to fall out, man. We got to stand on business. Right. And the business is the business of the kingdom. The business is bringing ourselves back to the knowledge of the law, statutes, and commandments and fearing the Most High God, reverently understanding that he has our best interest at heart. Let me get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17. And I want to get verse 9. No, Salakia. Not that one. The book of Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. I keep getting those mixed up. It's Jeremiah 29 and verse 11.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, said the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
The expected end is the kingdom. The expected end is us being in rulership. The expected end is us coming out of these curses and these curses being turned on the other nations, because the Most High found us being obedient and doing what he told us to do. The expected end is us literally being in rulership and taking over and bringing the world back to the world that it was supposed to be designed in regards for us being in that rulership. and these other nations being subservient. That's the end result.
Right.
Us ruling in righteousness. But how can we rule in righteousness if we're not doing the law, statutes, and commandments now ourselves?
God. And let's get a precept to that real quick.
Bring that out.
Get Psalms 40, verse 5. The wonderful works of the Most High God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5 out of 1.
God.
All right.
Because these are the thoughts that he looks towards us, right? Go ahead and read.
The book of Psalm, chapter 40, and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Many, O Lord my God, are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are to us word.
So those thoughts are for us, right? His thoughts are for us. Read.
They cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered.
So it's overflowing. The cup is overflowed when the Most High has his thoughts on us, on what he wants for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't even count it and even we cannot even give a detailed number, account of the wonderful things that he has for us. That's how powerful it is, right? I just wanted to bring that out just to show, just another witness.
God. All praises to the Most High for bringing that precept out. And his thoughts are higher than your thoughts.
That's right.
And his ways are higher than your ways.
Much higher.
So if he said that the expected end, he's going to give you that expected end with whatever in the world it is that you can possibly imagine the Most High wants to do over and above whatever in the world it is that you can think about.
That's
he
right.
wants to give that to you, but we got to be obedient. We still have to endure. We still got to stand on business.
That's right.
It's easy to be shook. It's easy to be knocked off, of course. Of course, look at what's going on. It's a plethora of things being thrown at us through social media, through television, through our families, through our husbands and our wives, through our children, through our extended families, through people that we work with. There's a bunch of things that are being thrown at us, but we cannot be moved. We can't afford to be moved right now. We've got to seek even more earnestly the Most High. If he said that I'll fight your battles for you, he literally means that he'll fight the battles for you. He goes before you to prepare a table in the presence of your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it set up. Are you obedient? Are you enduring to the end? Seeking after that crown that is not perishable, that lasts forever, that great exceeding reward that had been promised to us from the beginning. He got it set up. It's already set. Only thing that he requires is our obedience. Only thing that he requires is for us to endure. Now you can choose to endure, or you can choose to do this. Go to James chapter 1 and verse 8.
Man, you got these same precepts, man.
God, hey, the spirit moves like that, Adawan.
Right. All praises.
James 1 and 8.
God.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Can't be double-minded. Can't be double-minded. When it gets to the point where you feel as though like your back is up against the wall, don't switch up. Don't switch up. Just because it looks a specific way, because it feels a certain way, don't switch up. Don't switch up now. Stand firm. Keep pushing. Keep moving. Keep doing what the Most High told you to do. Don't switch up. Don't switch up. I don't know how many times I got to say this, but somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. Do not switch up now.
That's right.
Because if that happens, you're going to have to come back and you got to seek the Most High 10 times more harder than what you did before. Because you fell away. And it's not to say that it can't be done. But do we want to go, do we want to make it as easy on us as possible, or do we want to make it harder than what it has to be? Get James 4 and 8.
The book of James, chapter 4 and verse 8. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
Plain upon tables. I don't need to explain that. There's no need to explain that. There's no need to go into that any further than what it's already saying.
All right.
Do not be double-minded. Do not switch up. Don't switch up. Stand firm. What is that scripture? I believe it's in Ephesians, where it talks about the armor of God.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where it is.
I want to say 5. Let me see. I got it, though.
Can't play around. Cannot play around. Ephesians 6.
Oh, 6.
God.
6 and 11. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wills of the devil, the wiles of the devil.
Read on.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
That's right.
Read verse 14. No, wait, no, go ahead. Read verse 13. Go ahead, read verse 13.
Verse 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
It says, having done all, continue to stand.
What happens if you don't continue? See, we're always being told what we need to do. And there's another end of that. If we don't do it, what is that? These are things we need to think about. And the things that we see, like in Ephesians 6, and the scripture you brought up before, let's remind everybody, this wasn't said the first time here.
Right.
This was already told. We got examples all through the scriptures that give us, it may not be a direct comparable or comparable scripture, but it's given an example, right? Matter of fact, let me get 2 Chronicles chapter 15. Let me give an example real quick of what a show of example of what this is, because our forefathers were tried. They had to endure. They were into wickedness, but the prophets were trying to cry out to them to come back in righteousness with the Most High Father, right? And certain things that we see in the New Testament that are being told of what we need to do was told and actually played out in the prophets and also in the Old Testament, right?
Right.
Give me a 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 2. This is an example. Just listen very clearly to this.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 2. And he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you while ye be with him.
So it says, so the Lord, so Yahweh is with them, right? But it says, while ye be with him, right? This is what the Most High is saying. You have to understand, in order for me to help you, to guide you, you got to be lined up and standing on my business, right? Read.
The Lord is with you while ye be with him. And if ye seek him,
read.
If ye seek him, he will be found of you.
So if you seek him, he will be found of you, right? That means if you are standing on business, on the Most High's will, right? He will be found, right? You will be found, he will be found of you. Read. But
if ye forsake him, he will forsake you.
That's a dreadful thing to have, y'all. A lot of our people are going through that right now.
Yeah.
They do not have the Most High on their side, right? They are forsaken. So it's imperative for us to understand that the only way that we can work things, get through, endure, do all the things that are required of us is that we have to stay on the will of the Most High Father, right? This is a prime example right here, that if we seek him and be with him, he will be with us. But if we forsake and say, you know what, that's why I asked that question earlier. What if the other side, what if the Most High is not there? Right? What does that look like? We actually have examples of that today. We just had these 2 trials go on, right? We see what's going on. Are you?
All praises. All praises.
Come. All praises to the Most High.
Sister Josie had asked a question in the chat.
All right, let's bring it up. Can y'all pull that up? Which one is it?
Second to the last. Well, sorry, right at the bottom.
At the bottom? Okay.
Right. Enduring unto the end, man.
Is this it right here? I assume that if you had doctors pull the plug, we'd leave it in the Most High's hand. Is that the question?
The one above the scripture that you put it. Yeah.
There we go.
Talk about it. Do not resuscitate.
It says, Shalom King, serious question for y'all. If you have a DNR and not kept alive by hospital machines in your medical power or of attorney stuff, are you not enduring into the end? May the Most High, go ahead.
I would say it's a couple of ways to look at that. There's a couple of ways to look at that. If it comes to that point, in a sense, you are still, by the wishes of that person or whatever, with a power of attorney or whatever the case may be, that still can be looked at as though, like, you know, they're enduring to the end. It's almost as though, like, if they know it's their time, then it's their time. I had to go through something similar with my mom, and she stated that if it comes down to it, she didn't want to be resuscitated. Like, she knew, like, when it's her time, it's her time. She's ready to go. My mother turned over to the truth and everything. We've had biblical discussions and all of that. And when it was her time, she didn't want to be resuscitated. That was her decision, right? So it could be looked at that way. And in other ways, like, you know, I mean, you know, it gets a little sketchy at best, but, you know, if a person wants to be resuscitated or whatever, you know, who knows? The Most High can bring them back.
Right. And
give them life for them to endure into the end still. You know, we never know. We don't know what at that point, we don't necessarily know what the Most High is going to do. We don't know what the Most High is going to do for that person, right? That's my take on it. That's how I look at it. So, and definitely praying for everyone that has lost someone dear to them over the past few years. You know, prayers going up for you all, congregation. We don't want to take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all, and we're going to keep praying for y'all and y'all's strength for your family. All praises to the Most High.
I think a lot of times, Lockie, a lot of these things when we think about, you know, our loved ones being in situations like this, that's why building up our faith is so important, right? Building up our trust in the Most High God. We are in the land of our captivities. We are still under oppression.
Yep.
You know, it may not be physically, right? But this is why it's so important, like Kowal brought out, to put on the whole armor of God, right? To pray, to fast, right? The man doesn't live by bread alone, right? When we deal with these issues, whether they be far away or close at home, within our own families, we have to be reminded of what the scriptures tell us to do, right? And basically, this class is about how Yahweh Shai stands on business, and he is our example for us to stand on business. When we have those doubts in our mind, we have to think on the word of God, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the flesh is hard, y'all. I can't even blame anyone for feeling a certain type of way. That just goes to tell you just how powerful the Most High God is, how powerful his word is, right? If we take what we see going on, we got to go 10 times harder to believe that the Most High God is going to be there for us. You know, that's what we have to be keeping our mind on. What did the Most High God tell us to do? Because at the end of the day, the causes for what we go through is because of our failure to stand on business. Right? I'll yield right there.
Major facts out of one. Con. Standing on business is serious, man. We got to continue to stand on business no matter what. No matter what. Let's go back into 2nd Maccabees and
Do you want to
chapter
finish
8.
that? Oh, okay, I thought you wanted to finish that out with the mother. But,
oh yeah, I think we drove that point home.
Okay,
I think we
all right,
drove that point home. Definitely. Let's go back into 2nd Maccabees chapter 8, and I want to pull on verse 12. Now here's the setting. Here's the setting. The setting is that word got back to Philip about Judas Maccabeus, about everything it was that he had going on. And he sent one of his most trusted people, Nicanor, to come against him. Let's see what Judas Maccabeus did in this time. Let's pull that out. Go ahead, Ot.
The book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 12. Now, when the word was brought unto Judas of Nicanor's coming, and he had imparted unto those that were with him that the army was at hand.
What happened?
They that were fearful and distrusted the justice of God fled and conveyed themselves away. Others sold all that they had left, and withal besought the Lord to deliver them, being sold by the wicked Nicanor before they met together. And if not for their own sake, yet for the covenants he had made with their fathers, and for his holy and glorious name's sake, by which they were called.
What did Judas Maccabeus do here? Very next verse. Go ahead.
So Maccabeus called his men together unto the number of 6,000, and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully.
But to fight and fight cowardly.
Manfully.
do a half-ass job.
Fight manfully.
Does that sound like Judas Maccabeus is standing on business?
Standing on real big business.
He went to the men and told them, nah, we ain't running. We're not going to be cowards. We're going to stand and we're going to fight. Because we have the Lord our God on our side.
Right.
There's no reason for us to be moved. We can't be shaken. We can't be fearful. We can't afford to do that right now because we're fighting for something greater than ourselves. If the Most High brought us out of Egypt and slavery and split the sea and got us to our land, as he promised, what makes you think that he's not going to give us the might to overcome these cowards? I don't care who Nicanor is. Like, I feel like Judas Maccabeus right now saying that. Who is he? What David said. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine who stands before us and tries to defile the armies of God? He called him an uncircumcised Philistine. That was an insult. Like, David won't play him. Judas Maccabeus won't play him neither. Stood on business. We gonna fight.
And he had that spirit, he had the spirit that David was speaking of too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's get that. Let's get Psalms chapter 20 and just read from the top.
Bring that out.
What was David? What did David say? What did David profess?
The book of Psalms, chapter 20, verse 1.
Read.
The Lord hear thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee. Send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion.
So he send thee help from the sanctuary and strengthen thee out of Zion. Read.
Remember all thy offerings and accept thy burnt sacrifice, Salah. Grant thee according to thine own heart and fulfill all thy counsel.
Read.
We will rejoice in thy salvation, and in the name of our God we will set up our banners. The Lord fulfill all thy petitions.
Read.
Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed.
No, he says he thinks.
Now know I that the Lord.
Go ahead.
Now know I that the Lord saveth his anointed.
Read.
He will hear him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand.
So all of this that David is saying so far is that he has an assurance, a knowing that the Most High is going to fight their cause, right? Who's going to, as long as we come to him in fearfulness, loving God, trusting God, David is saying, look, I already know that you're going to protect, you're going to save us, right? Read the next verse.
Some trust in chariots.
Some trust in what?
In chariots.
Now that happened with isn't that the same situation that's going on with Maccabees?
Exactly.
Right? They trusting in their numbers, they're trusting in how many soldiers they got, their weaponry, right? And Judas Maccabees, they don't have that. So what do they only have to trust in, right? Read that again. Some trust in what?
Some trust in chariots. And some in horses.
Read.
But we will remember the name of the Lord our God.
We will remember the name of the Lord our God of Yahweh. We will remember the name Yahweh, right? Read.
They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright.
Read.
Save, Lord.
Save, Lord. Read.
Let the king hear us when we call.
So even Judas Maccabeus, I mean, they knew about they knew the Lord, right? They read this account. Everything that we need and have for our protection, for our guidance, you know what I'm saying, for the truth is right here in front of our face. Our forefathers had it and we have it. What a wonderful thing, right? There's no new game plan or no new remedy or no new potion or whatever to be able to get through what we go through. The Most High already set it up from the beginning, right? He gave us the blueprint of how we should stand on business, and that is trusting in him. Can't do it any way else, right? Are you?
Khan with Khan and Khan with Khan again. Blueprints, our mindset should be geared like this. The mindset of Christ, the mindset that David had, the mindset that that mother in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 had, the mindset of Judas Maccabeus. What was he thinking? That spirit came on him. And you know, it got to a point where just take the time to read that. Read what Judas Maccabeus did and how the turnabout happened. I want to get a couple more verses in this. 2 Maccabees chapter 8. And we'll start at verse 21. But in the midst of all that, he reminded them of what the Most High did for the forefathers, and what the Most High has definitely the capability of helping them with this current situation with Nicanor. He was not shaken. He was not moved. He said, we were going to win. We are going to turn this thing around. We are going to be victorious if we stand firm in the Most High. Go ahead and read verse 21.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 21. Thus, when he had made them bold with these words, and ready to die for the laws in the country.
Wait, made them ready to die for what?
The laws in the country.
The laws. Let's connect the dots. You have to be ready to die for what you believe in, for what the Most High set, the laws, and for your people. Read on.
For the laws in the country. He divided his army into 4 parts. And joined with himself his own brethren, leaders of each band, to wit, Simeon and Joseph and Jonathan, giving each one 1,500 men. Also, he appointed Eleazar to read the holy book.
Hold on, Salakia. He went and put Eleazar and pulled out what? The holy book? What was that book? Laws, statutes, commandments, and the prophets? So before they were getting ready to go out to war, they went back to the book and read distinctly, which charged them up even more. They reverenced the Most High and everything it was that he did and the capability of what he had for them to get this victory. Read on.
And when he had given them this watchword, the Lord of God himself leading the first band, he joined battle with Nicanor. And by the help of the Almighty, they slew above 9,000 of their enemies, and wounded and the most parts of Nicanor's host, and so put all to flight.
Put them all to flight. The whole army retreated. They couldn't stand before him. Why? It's just plain upon tables, ladies and gentlemen. Judas Maccabeus stood on business, not shaken, not moved, not trembling, not in fear. Just because we're seeing what's going on in the world right now and how they got their hands on our people, messing with the apple of the Most High's eye, don't mean that we need to be shook. Remember, The Most High is a God of recompense, and He will return that on their heads. It will happen. We have to endure unto the end. All praises to the Most High, man.
Can I,
Go ahead, Adawan.
can I give another example?
Yes.
And this is dealing with Judas Maccabeus and how valiant and God-fearing of a brother he was. Let's go to First Maccabees, right? First Maccabees chapter 4. Start at verse 5. You're going to read on down. It's going to show something here. I love this account right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start at 5.
First Maccabees chapter 4, verse 5.
Now now this is another people coming against Judas and his men, right? Trying to take them over. So just kind of set the scene of what's going on. Go ahead, read.
And the mean season came.
Georgius. Yep.
By night into the camp of Judas. And when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For said he, these fellows flee from us.
Salakia. So it's saying that, George is coming to the camp of the Jews. He sees that there's no one there. So in his mind, he's like, oh, these scared brothers, they gone, man. This is gonna be easy. I got a mighty army behind me. But if you read earlier, Judas, by the Spirit of the Most High, was given the understanding and wisdom to what? To disperse from the camp, right?
Right.
To set this other nation up, basically, right? Surprise them. Yep. Keep reading. Verse 6.
Verse 6. But as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds.
No, wait a minute. Y'all hear that? Hey, they ready to go, but they ain't even got everything they need. They didn't even have it on their mind, right? So what's going to happen here? I'm curious to see what happens. Go ahead, keep reading.
And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed round about with horsemen, and these were expert of war.
Salakia. So this nation was mighty, powerful, right? Experts at war, right? We know that Esau is an expert at war, right? Just want to throw that in there. Let's understand that. Right? Keep reading.
Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude.
Fear ye not their multitude. Read.
Neither be ye afraid of their assault.
Don't be afraid of their assault. Read.
Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea, when Pharaoh pursued them with an army.
So we know that Judas was in the scriptures because he brought up Moses. He said, look, our forefathers did not fear Pharaoh, right? The Most High split the Red Sea. That's the faith that Moses had for the children of Israel to be able to walk through the sea. He had faith in the Most High God. Moses was standing on business, right? Keep reading.
Now, therefore, let us cry unto heaven. If peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy those hosts before our face this day.
So this is what I was talking about. You notice how it said to cry unto heaven? Cry unto God. Today our people cry to who? To the oppressor. When we in trouble, we don't cry to the Most High God. But our forefathers are showing us how to be able to maintain and endure. We cry on Abba, Father. That's what we cry on. That's what we're supposed to depend on, right? Now keep reading. It's going to get good.
Right.
Now read start at 10 again.
Verse 10. Now therefore, let us cry unto heaven. If peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day.
Read.
That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel.
I love that. I love that one right there. I love that verse
Yeah.
right there. Read that again.
That so all of the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel.
Now, see, here's the thing. We've been told what we need to do, right?
Mhm.
The heathen are going to fear when we stand on business. We have
Right.
not had an opportunity to do that yet again in this time. But oh my God, that would be such a great thing to see, right? We standing on business so all the other nations will see that there's only one, the Most High Father, that saves and delivers us out of their hands, right? I love this account because it reminds, I don't know, it gives me chills. Like, hey, cry out to the Most High God. Don't worry about swords. Don't worry about armory. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about how skilled and expert they are. Just look, depend and call on me. I'm gonna save y'all out of this. So I'm gonna stop right there. But y'all get a chance, read the rest of this account, right? I just wanted to bring up
Please read
that
the rest of
example.
that. Yes.
Con, yeah.
Yes. Please read that account. Please read the accounts of our brothers and sisters who literally stood on business and were not shaken or moved. Daniel, this man went against the decree of the king and was still found praying 3 times a day.
That's
As a
right.
whole nother example in Daniel chapter 6.
Yep.
And so many others, man. There's so many others that we can talk about. We could talk about Gideon. We could talk about David. We could talk about Joab. Joab was that guy. He won't plan when it came to orders being given by the king.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was strictly about what the Most High said, like for real. Yes. Telling you, man, like we've got all of these examples and they all point back to how we are supposed to really be interacting with the Most High through our obedience, through us being in our word and referring back to the things that our forefathers did.
That's right.
Especially with the example of Christ. I will not get off of that. Christ was literally strictly about his Father's business.
That's right.
And he won't plan. He was not playing. They came at him every which way that they can think of. And Christ said, ABC, this is what the Bible, this is what the word says, this is what my Father says, as it is written, ye hypocrites. He was giving them the business. Like, yo,
Right.
y'all not tripping me up. I'm about my Father's business.
That's right.
So again, I encourage you guys, man, seriously. It is a time in Israel. Things are going on. It's a whole lot of stuff that's hitting us. We're from the left, from the right, from in front of us, from behind us, where we can't see things. Everything is going on. Stand firm. Stand on business. Do not be moved.
Right.
No matter what's coming at you. It doesn't matter who's coming at you. If they come at you sideways, no matter. Go to the Bible and let that be shown in your life. And watch the Most High fight that battle for you. I yield. Thank you all for being here, man. Hopefully this class has edified you. Hopefully this class has lit something in you.
Yeah, that fire. That's right.
Hopefully it lit something in you. Right? Carry that fire throughout the rest of your life. And we're going to have more classes like this. Trust and believe. We're going to have more classes like this. But all praises to the Most High. I, my own self, have not done this. It is the Spirit of the Most High that is in me. He gets all of the credit. So all praises to the Most High. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely shalom.
Con, all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. I hope everyone was writing down these precepts. I've seen some of you listing and posting precepts in the chat, but this is what it's all about, right? We are here to teach the word of God, to understand, to learn, right? Once we learn, we are to follow and do, right? We've given out, I mean, Captain Kowal, I'm speaking to the
Hey, all praises. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that.
Officer Knock, I'm saying Officer Knock. Let me get my words right. Lord, let me get my words right. Following through my words. But no, Officer Kowal brought out some examples, right? This lesson was more of examining what Christ told us and then examining ourselves. Are we doing what Christ was doing, right?
Mhm.
Are we putting that to practice, right? Especially in these times. I mean, the last few weeks or the last month or so with all of these, I've started seeing the spirit of recurring events that are coming around that where there's catastrophes and things happening with our people. It's coming around again, right? I mean, right now you look on the internet and on the news, all you see is talking about what this brother went through, how he got charged. I mean, I've seen some of the most heinous remarks and comments from other nations dealing with both of these brothers, man. That pissed me off, but it's like, and then I see us, coming back with, with responses to their ignorance and their idiocy with their posts. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Just call on the Most High God. Just come back to his ways and then have the faith to believe that things are going to change.
Right.
And it's, it's kind of heart-wrenching, right? Because those of us who are in this truth and enduring, right? And knowing things and seeing things, the Most High has opened our eyes to see our brothers and sisters that are still out there trusting the other nations to get them out of the situation that we're in. It hurts. I like, Jeremiah, what's Jeremiah the weeping prophet?
Yes.
Because of all seeing all the things that Israel was going through. And I know that all of you who are in this truth, we see it every day. I know it hits us. It hits us sometimes. It gets emotional sometimes, right? Because we want our brother, our sister, our father, our mother to understand, to come on in, because we want to get the kingdom. We tired of this plantation. We tired of this captivity, whether it be, with this mental captivity, right? The social captivity, all the systems that are brought up and put in place to keep us where we are, right? Because other nations, they know, but they don't give a damn. They hope that we just go ahead and act the way we've been acting, as what they call niggas and spics, and they just want us to stay in that state, right? But it's so important that we continue to come and do this. We continue keeping these Sabbaths. We continue keeping the high holy days. We continue keeping the laws of God, right? That is our faith. That's how we endure, right? So I hope that y'all got something out of this powerful lesson this morning. All praises to the Most High Yahweh. Let me go ahead and let any brothers out there know that any brother who wants to do the work with Anointed House of Saints, you can show your interest and by sending us that you're interested through email at anointedhos@gmail.com. All right. Pull up that, let me see. I got it. So to join the next prospect phase, we need you to list your name, number, your city and state where you live. All right. In the description line, make sure you put prospect phase so that we will have that information and be able to get that the pertinent information you need to have before we start our next prospect phase. Also, any sisters who are trying to do the work and want to work with the brothers, because we need y'all. We can't get this kingdom without our sisters, right? Exactly. We have children, we have young women. We need sisters that are able, and the older sisters, older in this understanding of the truth, right? We need y'all to teach, right? When I say teach, we have children we need to teach. We have younger sisters we need to teach, right? And then assist and help and be that helpmate, right? That the Most High created you to be, all right? Please send us your interest through email, anointedhos@gmail.com. In the subject line, make sure you put Sisters Ministry, and we'll get that information to you when we get those things going, all right? Let's see, what else do we have? I've seen a few other people come in. I'm only going to be able to call out a few names that I've seen pop up that I did not call out before. So I'm going to give a shout out to, I'm trying to find it real quick. I know I saw DTA.
Yeah. It's my guy right there.
Yeah, DTA came in. Shalom to DTA, Soldier DTA Twan. Shalom to the mighty Captain Eliel. There he is right there this morning.
Whoa.
Chilling in Tennessee. A brother in the mountains now. Man, get out the mountains, bro. What you doing? No. But shalom to the mighty Captain Eliel. Let's see. I'm trying to skim through here real quick to see if I missed anybody else. I know there were some others that came in, See, if you want to shout out, y'all got to get here early so when I can just say it all at one time. Makes it a lot easier. But all praise to the Most High. To remind everybody that we do have our for Monday night, we will be having our new moon lesson. It will not be your normal Milk Monday class. It'll be a new moon lesson class added with another title. And there he is. There he is. I was trying to find you, King. Shalom to you. Shalom. Sister Chody said, no, he did. He said Tennessee. That's right.
Well, your age at a one.
Yeah. I know. Right. But all praises. With that, we're gonna go ahead and what was I saying? I said all the announcements, said the shout outs. All right, let's go ahead and get that Daniel 7:18. We're gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of your wonderful Sabbath day, this day of rest that the Most High has provided us, right? Make sure you guys spend time with family, spend time with your children, in this word, teaching them, giving them understanding as to why we do these things, why the Most High gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments to follow, right? And we're coming back to them now. This is 2026, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's the year 2026 as they have it. How they got it notated. 2026. We got all this technology. We got all this know-how, this ability to be able to learn fast, and we still ain't figured out that there's a Most High God.
Right. With everything going on.
We ain't realized that. We ain't got no fear in that. I mean, that right there alone, whether if I'm in this truth or not, what I'm saying is that there is a power out there, right? There's no way all of this stuff can be going on all at one time if there ain't no power that has produced all this to happen. Not only that, he's given an instruction of how to be able to maneuver in this that we in right now. It's about how we come back to it, how we endure with it, right? And we always talk, I'll say it like this. Black folks, black men, we usually talk about how, we all about business, right? What better business to be on than to be standing on this? Right? For the brothers. I'm not discounting the sisters, but the brothers are the leaders. We are the heads, right? Mm-hmm. If we stand on business, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
We stand on business, what's going to happen?
No matter what it look like. No matter what it look like, brothers.
No matter what it look like. Right? This is what it is to be a man, right? What is that? Let me get that real quick. What is that? Deuteronomy? Duty? Let's get that real quick. I want to say, hold on. We lose Yaniv?
We might have to wait for a minute.
What's the require? I'm gonna go with the requirement, right? What does God require of us? Give me Deuteronomy 10.
Mm-hmm.
In verse 12.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And it reads, "And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good."
For thy good. There's only good when we listen and follow the ways of the Most High. There's only good when we're standing on business, on the most, right. And it's not our business, it's the Most High's business, right? Mm-hmm. We are the vessels that he produces his business through, right? The children of Israel. So I want to bring that out. Let's get that Daniel 7:18. Yeah. Let everybody have a great rest of the day.
Chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Bashem, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, all praise to the Most High. I want to thank y'all for being with us for another Sabbath morning brew with your brothers from AHOS. All right. I want y'all to have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your Sabbath. Spend time with family. Pray, fast, right? Congregate, right? Read the scriptures, right? Stay in the word, right? Do good to one another, right? Love each other like Christ loved the church, right? Do all these things that we are commanded to do and watch what happens, right? And see what's going to happen. Believe what's going to happen, right? The Most High is going to fight for us, right?
Right.
All right. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. I am Captain Knock.
I'm Officer Kowal the Lion.
Who y'all need?
And we thank you again for being here. We are the Anointed House of Saints. And until next time, Yasharallah. All right, be blessed. Have a wonderful Shabbat. We love you. Shalom.
Shalom.
That's right.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, 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 black music, black music, black music, black music, what up, black music, black music.
Yeah, you know I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Your 4104, man. We've been in this race for a while. Let your prayers for me just be restoring. I'm for the fight. Just fine. I ain't asking for much. More of you, less of me. Need your father. More love. Your tender care. Yeah. God has been rough. Send your angels there. Patience when I serve. Make the fire with chair. More than overcome. I believe what I read. Just like when the Messiah fled to the wilderness. This right here, this that obedience. This that environment, they ain't see me. I shall not bear a grudge if you can make it. The impression make it mad, but gotta make the ends. This that kid a quick temper trying to make it in. Though the meek gon' get the earth, the wicked running for the time. Got the faith, now watch what happen when your time is. So rock 11:10, mind your business. Don't need you trying to let this present uplift. I'm for the fight. No, I'm all in about this, yo. Need your father. Restore me. I'll be just fine. I'm more of you, less of me.